Hey y'all, it's Jenni Moseley.
And Dr. Ryan Reeves.
And we are here live with the Elevate Effect. It's time to take the dental field to a whole nother level. Fly with me, folks. Let's get real and let's get uncomfortable. Okay, so not to get too deep, we tend to do that. We do.
We're getting deep.
We are getting deep. But I think sometimes it feels good to just sit down and just talk to people amongst our profession, because I think that the world is being real weird, and I think a lot of us are going through financial problems or health problems, or people are they spending? Are they not spending? I mean, what am I going to do? Is my business falling apart? Blah, blah, blah. And so we're all kind of experiencing it. And so I like I said, I've met some really, really great people over the years, and they're going through, and when I mean people, I mean in the dental field, like some dentists, and going through some times right now and second guessing, what do I do? Do I stay doing dentistry? I mean, and so I thought, why don't we just really hone in and talk a little bit about I feel like there's a difference between having a gift and being talented. And so after a while of talking to about a bunch of people, I've been trying to do a lot of research lately and figuring out what's the difference, because, man, are they a lot alike? But I think when you use your talent as your passion, then it will die, because the talent isn't what is innately inherited in you. It's something you have to constantly work at. You have the natural ability to be good at it, but you have to really hone in on it constantly. And so when times are low, you don't get to do it. And so when you don't get to do it, you get worse at it. And so I wanted to really hone in today on the power of your gift. And and I'm hoping that this, again, doesn't go too deep, and I'm hoping it touches a lot of people, because, I this year has been tough even for me. I'm like, what do I want to do with myself? I'm feeling a lack of passion. And so in the last couple months, I've worked on that a lot and worked back into the skill that is naturally inherited in me, a God-given kind of gift, because that's what truly gives you passion. So let's hone in on that. Ryan, for you, what to you would be the difference between talent and gift?
I got a little confused by what you said.
Okay. Question.
Well, you said talent was not something that you have innately that you have to work at?
So in the research, a talent is something that it's a natural ability, right? It's somebody has the ability to do something, but you've got to work at it. You've got to practice it. A talent is something that has to have a lot of effort into to keep it going, get good at.
Right.
A gift is like it's a skill inherited by somebody. It's like almost like a God-given gift. And so here's the difference. And again, it's been difficult to research, but the reason why I'm doing it, because I have a lot of people asking advice. They're like, what do I do? Should I retire? Should I do this? And I'm just not having as much fun anymore. And I'm like, well, wait a second. You've got a talent at doing incredible dentistry, but what's your gift? If you think that that's your gift, then it could easily go away because you put too much effort into, like, I don't think a lot of us that have, you guys in these in what you're doing in dentistry is powerful. You're changing lives. And I think you get confused that is a gift. It's not a gift.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry.
Well, that's helpful, because I was going to say that I don't think that I have a gift or am gifted per se. I wouldn't, right? So there
you answered it. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think, yes, I think I have some innate skill in general. But like you said, I think like anything, you have to foster whatever that kernel of talent is in order for it to become something not tangible, but something that you can actually use.
Yeah. I mean, and do this with your team, man, because in the last couple of weeks, it's just been eye-opening for me, because it was hard to really recognize the difference. It's like like I said, I go in and out of being passionate, and I'm just, oh, I just need something. I need something. And if we keep looking within our profession for that to fulfill something for us, that is why we tend to want to run from our profession. And I'm the first one to do it. I mean, everyone knows me. All I do is say I hate the world of dentistry. Well, why should I? Because it's giving me the ability to utilize my gift. And so I forget about my gift. I'll be honest. I had this conversation about a week ago, and love for your feedback, Reeves, and a dentist that you actually know. I she kind of explained to me that she was looking for help for her team for language and verbiage, and she couldn't find anybody. And I thought to myself, how the heck did I do such a horrible job at letting people know what I do and what my company does, but that she didn't even realize that I could help her with that? And that made me realize that I really didn't. I keep putting so much effort into the world of dentistry and the profession of dentistry. I only get good and stay passionate if I keep my energy on my gift. And if I hone in and build that naturally inherited skill and gift that I was given, then I would actually get to help more people. And it was just fascinating to see. So I'm like, okay, that's where this whole thing came up, because it's like, I would love to know how many dentists really understand what their gift is.
Probably most of us. I mean, I think that's not just dentists. That's probably just everybody.
Well, true. I mean, I guess because we're in the dental field. I mean, how long was it that dentistry was like the number one suicide rate for many, many years? And now I'm not saying it's because of this, but I do believe a lot of that this has to do with that. I mean, we are in such a level of dentistry that takes incredible talent. You guys have to work really, really, really hard and go to school for a really long time, longer than the traditional dentist. And you have to, now you have, as they say, an aptitude for something. You can do something, but you have to really work at it. And you all go to CE credits, and you all keep going and learning and learning and learning and learning, because you have a talent and you want to keep it refined. But truly, have you ever really dove into what is your gift and what is the inherited skill and gift that God has given you? Because that's what should pull you through the times like now, as to why we all have ups and downs. And we don't talk of desperation. I sent you guys an email a week or so ago and said, hey, this month is lower than normal. If we analyze the year, it's a pretty good dang year. I think we should just take the time and accept this time as a gift, and the other kind of gift. And I believe that we don't live in and out of that desperation feel, because we try. I mean, our marketing focuses on other folk. Our message focuses on other folks. We're not so much. Uh, um, we just don't put so much effort into y'all's talent. We hardly even talk about it. It's hardly anywhere. And so, if we were all, there's a lot of people at.
No, you don't, and it's a little bit frustrating. But I appreciate why you believe that's a good thing, and why that's not. It shouldn't be the forefront. I think, although I'd like to pick your brain about that a little bit, because most of us think, well, our website and our marketing has to have just like how great we are, how many diplomas we have, or things like that, which I guess some patients do care about. But I think we love to collect those things. And I don't know, I think dentists have maybe put too much emphasis on that.
Well, what's interesting is, I've got a lot of dentists I work with, and just a simple thing of, if you're going to just spread the word so much on the talent that the office has, then when someone doesn't want your talent, you are doing nothing. If you focus more on what do we have, I mean, the talent gives us the ability to do our gift. But, it's like, can I say that again? Because I really want to hone in on that, because I truly believe that we always start, I mean, people never really understand how our conversations go, but we're kind of showing them right now. We could start off with this odd thing, but we know how to continually connect it to really how your dental practice can stay successful. It's like we are talented at something. And if we only focus on that, then when someone doesn't want to use our talent, we're doing nothing. So what gifts and skills do you have that you can actually hone in on so that then your talent can be used? If you work on the gifts and the skills, then your talent isn't what takes so much precedence, so that when it's not there, you're actually now honing in on other things. I'll give you a minor example. Yesterday, we shut the office day down for training. We've got a plethora of people that work for us, and as everybody does. And do you know what they're good at? Do you know what they enjoy to do? Do you know what personality they have? Do you understand who they are? And so, we separate all of our duties and try to take a day to hone in on how can we use our gifts and how can we work on our skill so that then when we go in the room and use the talent that we have, we can actually be better at it. And that's kind of what our training days are. Not CE credits at a dental institution. Our training days are working on the gifts that all of us can input into the day-to-day of then delivering the talent. And I think that, for example, if you ever come to our seminars or even listen to these podcasts, I think a lot of people in the dental profession would rather spend time working on their talent. And so you're spending so much money and time on the damn talent that then when nobody wants the talent, you're then going, what the hell am I going to do? I'm broke. I got no money. Nothing's coming in. Have you ever tried to shift, like I said, 80-20, and tried to hone in a little bit more on the gifts and skills that are just inherited in you and in your team members, that then when the talent is there to be used, it's the gift and the skill that got it. When we're slow, we sit there and go, okay, let's look at our marketing. Are we putting out the right vision? Do we need to mix this up? Do we have to go on and do some uncomfortable interview that you and I did that I'm really proud of? Because I just had a patient tell us, he goes, oh, I saw you Saturday and we have watched that 2 times. We love it. And that is what got my mother here. And so, I mean, to us, if we only just worked on your dentistry, would we have ever recognized we need to do something like that? No.
Yeah, no. Yeah, definitely not.
Really sit down and, like you said at the beginning, you don't think you have a gift.
Right.
Really.
Right.
Right before that, you did this entire story of what it felt like to live in humidity.
Right.
Okay. And so you don't realize that right there is an incredible gift.
You hate when I do that.
Doesn't matter. I use it.
I'm not sure it's a gift.
Why not?
I don't know.
Let's say go to the commercial that we did on Saturday. Mm-hmm. Your ability to describe something that you truly feel is to me a gift. You describe people walking in our courtyard. You described them walking in our door, and just like they had me sit in the chair. I mean, this entire commercial, 30 minutes, we didn't bring up one term in dentistry. Nobody, just anybody can do that and attract the emotions of people. So it would be great if you would utilize that gift in your operatory.
Okay, I would.
Someone comes in your room, has a pain in their tooth.
Right.
You use somebody today. You have a patient that goes in your room, pain in their tooth. Explain to them a process of why pain happens without dental words, with your gift.
Well, that's something I need to sit in a dark room by myself and think about. I can't.
Well, but this could be really unique for
Yeah, well,
people to
no,
hear.
that's something I can absolutely do and will do on my own. I mean, I need to do that clearly because I never thought of it that way.
Well, did you have to think about how have you ever said the story about putting a wet towel on your body? Okay, then why is it easy to do that? You didn't need to go in a dark room and think about that. But to do it in the dental room, you have to go think about it. You're not refining your gift. You have a gift to pull people in and create for them to see a vision. I mean, the way we do our ads, all of that, the clothing, all of it. But when you walk in a dental room, your gift goes away and you become talent. That's it.
Yeah, that's definitely accurate. How long have you been holding out on me on this thing? You just watching me squirm for 5-6 years.
It's taking me this long to analyze how the hell.
How about that?
What's that?
No, I was just getting a sip of water. Well, what I was thinking when you were talking was about you were talking about learning your team and who they are, and I think that's true. Just everybody, right? You know, the whole team, the doctors, and then and everybody else, not just the team, because I think that the more we all can understand each other, I think the better we'll get along, the better service we'll provide. I think the better product we'll put out, the more pleasant it'll be doing it, which is what I think we all want. But I thought about the Strength Finders test or other tests you can do to learn about yourself. And I'm kind of thinking that a strength in like the Strength Finders definition, could that be considered a talent, right? Because the talent can be a great thing. It can also be the thing that has the opposite effect, right? And so for me, that's one thing that was really eye-opening about our team's Strength Finders that we did, and that it's been too long and we've changed things since then. But thinking about how something so good in you can also be so bad in you, and I don't mean bad, but can be could be a negative. And it's almost, I just think about like relationships. It's like when you get to know somebody, all the things that when you're in a long-term relationship that I'm hypothesizing here, but it seems like all these things that we love about people that we want in our lives, we also get really irritated by, and that's kind of silly when you think about it. But that happens all the time, and you can get lost in the negative part of the talent or the strength, as opposed to kind of focusing on the talent and nurturing that talent. Now, when I say talent, I don't mean like, can you prep a tooth? I mean more like, or like a broader scale. So like for me, learning is a big part of innately in me. And so that, and also perfectionism, which you can't achieve. So that's good because it keeps me wanting to learn to be better, but it's also frustrates everybody in my life, every minute of my life, because I'm always seeing things that aren't right or could could be better instead of what is already right. And so I don't know how to let the positive part shine as much as it needs to, because I think that's one of my biggest problems is I'm letting the flip side of that talent it's showing the wrong way. It's not showing in a positive construct. It's showing in a negative construct.
Because I see you walking around mostly working on talents, not the inherited gift that was given to you. And that to me is the energy that really has more of a smile in you than anything else. And you spend most of your energy on that left side.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. I didn't think about that until just now. But yeah, I agree. So, I mean, I
And I think most dentists do. I mean, you guys,
well, that's probably why there's so many unhappy dentists out there.
I mean, there is this constant search for me of, this profession is just such an interesting profession. But I just feel like you guys have to really put a lot of effort into refining your talent. And so it becomes almost who you are. And that should just be what allows you to do who you are. And who you are shouldn't be the dentistry, but then it becomes this addiction to all these other talents. It's like when you shine, let's say, for example, when we worked with Brad, who was an incredible communicator to patients, right? And so that was his gift. He was talented at dentistry, but he had a gift to be able to talk to people. And so he worked more on that, hence why I think he was successful. And so I tend to wonder, that's kind of why obviously we are a unique place, but I wonder if you flipped it and you just and you already know that your talent is there, it's at the level it needs to be, and now you just hone in on what's my gift. Like if like when you have a patient that has pain, I would rather you close your eyes and go, you know what? Let me pull out my gift. Let me go out there and let me talk to this guy through my gift, not my talent of dentistry. And it would change the entire way that the success you have with this person. Because you have a gift of vision.
I'm just not sure how describing something. I mean, that's what all I did was give an analogy or describe something. I'm not saying how I agree with you. I'm just trying to applicably. I'm missing how to apply that in the operatory.
Okay. So you walk out of the house and the humidity made you walk through that process, right? You gave us a story of what humidity feels like. Okay. So have you ever had a tooth pain? So you know what that's like, right? Okay. So there's humidity and then there's tooth pain.
Right.
Okay. So I want you to be able to give me the same type of, what do you call that? Storyline as to what you feel when you had the tooth pain as to how you feel when you walk out the door.
I guess again, where you're still losing me here. And sorry, folks, but so I'm describing something that I really don't like, and I'm not being positive about it. I'm saying like it's so bad, it's right. Like blah 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 blah. Right. Well, I mean, in what scenario do I want to talk to the patient about how bad something is?
Pain is bad.
Right.
You can avoid it, right? You can help them avoid it.
Yeah.
It's like saying, okay, so it's really humid outside, just don't go outside.
Yeah. The thoughts crossed my mind.
To not go outside?
Yeah, I mean,
well, right, I know, but yeah. I'm saying you wouldn't be able to describe to a person, instead of just saying it's so hot out there, I don't go, right. You just described it to somebody in a way that they're like, damn, I don't want to go outside. It was their choice to not go outside once they heard your story. Instead of just saying, don't go outside like you dentists do, you go straight to the answer. Let them answer by your description.
Okay.
So, Richard, you have tooth pain. Man, when I had tooth pain, I'd rather jump off a bridge. How bad is it for you? Oh, it's not that bad. Okay, well then you wouldn't be here. So is it bad enough to have to be here? Why are you here? Well, I'm going away for 6 weeks. I want to make sure that I'm not going to die. You're not going to die. Okay, so what's the problem? Your pain. Okay, so like I'll be honest, the only way I can tell you, because I'm not in your body.
Yeah,
my pain.
Yeah. No, I'm going.
I mean,
No, keep going.
when I had tooth pain, immediately it was annoying as shit. Immediately I was like, oh, okay, this is not fun. And I went straight to, what's wrong? So I guess I'm wanting to know what's wrong. Or are you wanting to know what's wrong? Yeah, I guess so. Okay, well, honestly, your pain is what's wrong.
But then they're gonna ask you for a solution. Well, how do I fix it? How do I
Well,
stop it?
I don't know. Just like the humidity, you can't stop that, can you? Can you stop the humidity? Okay. But you can make it better, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can make it doable.
Yeah.
Okay. So at what level, Richard, do you want the tooth pain? Do you want to never have it? Do you want to prevent it? Or do you want to just make this less? What is it that you are trying to achieve? You can't answer him how to get rid of his pain. I mean, what do you think you are?
Yeah.
So take your
Well,
time
that's pretty brilliant.
I just used your gift, you dumbass. So you're
Well,
brilliant.
Well, you clearly have it as well.
All right, guys. Well, lots of information we went over. That was the end of part 1. Stay tuned. We got a whole nother section of part 2 coming next week.